All right, so we are going camping this weekend with Laura and our friends Jesse and Jessica. I have never gone camping. We're mostly packed up in the car right now, but it's gonna be interesting with 3 wheelchair users camping. So, you guys excited?
Yes, I'm excited. I want a s'more so bad right now.
All right, so I'll be documenting kind of throughout the weekend, but just wanted to kind of show you how we're doing it. So we are finally all loaded up right now. This is Laura's car. She has her chair, a lot of her stuff. We actually still have some more room left in here, which is surprising. A little bit anyway. So that's her car. And then there's my car. That's what 3 wheelchair users packing looks like. Yeah, I'm impressed we got all of this in both vehicles though, y'all. Okay, Wes, do you want to explain what you're doing right now and why?
So I need to put on my off-road tires for the campsite. And so what I need to do to be able to do that, since they're so much wider than my regular tires, is I need to unscrew the axle sleeve to my chair to make the wheel be further out so it doesn't rub right here. And then I will be off-road ready. Ready to go camping.
Yeah. I've already got mine on. Laura, how you feel?
I'm excited. I'm ready to go.
Me too. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, I'm excited.
This is where it's going to get interesting. So when we have a bunch of stuff in the car, Wes will usually load my chair up for me and then load his in just so I can go ahead and be getting in the car and out of the way. So we're going to show you how all of that works. She has my phone. That's why.
You okay?
Yeah.
No sprained ankles before we even start. So it is full. But we will get this chair in there one way or another. Luckily her chair is pretty short and fits. Luckily you got the great big off-road tires, so extra thick. Stand them up. Chair is in the car.
So now Laura's gonna help Wes get his chair in next. He's got a little more room than I did, so I think we're gonna be good.
Okay, how do you want me to put it in? What way?
The same way that hers is, I think.
Okay.
Thank you, Laura.
You're welcome.
And you have to angle it towards me like this. Yeah, like that. To the doorway.
So, like I said, Laura's a wheelchair user, but she is able to walk, which is super, super convenient in situations like this. So, all right, I think we are officially loaded. Success.
You're in the car.
You ready?
Let's go. Let's go camping.
Okay.
All right, pulling out the Laura cam. So if you don't follow Lindsay, follow her on MeantToBeLindseyB on all the things. We're on our way to our camping trip, and I get to follow this logo for an hour, so figured I would give her a shout out. Don't forget to follow her on Instagram and all the things.
So we are unloading right now. Obviously, Wes and Laura are doing a lot of the work right now, but in a minute we're gonna set up the tent and do a time lapse as we kind of set everything up. So that's kind of what we're doing right now.
field when I was pushing over. I saw a lump, and I was past it, and an armadillo stood up, and I was like, oh! And before I could stop and turn around and get my camera out, he like took off sprinting across the field. Like, they're fast.
My head went to that. It makes more sense what you said.
If they weren't like so, if they weren't so inconsistent in whether they're afraid of you or gonna eat your face off, I would not be as afraid of them. The first one was like, don't touch me, I'm sorry, I'm gonna stay in my house. Like, the other one was like, I'll fight you. So we have water pooling on the top of our tent, roof of our tent. So we're getting creative. It's so weird. Hey, that's sun.
See if you just push up on the middle, just straight up in the middle, and push the whole thing like up. There you go.
There we go.
Hey!
There
If that stays like that, we're in business. Nice.
Jesse saves the day. So we were about to go shoot some more footage, and Wes got a flat tire. So, yep, I feel like I'm doing that. That's my reaction for this trip, because it's just like, okay, now what? And this is why you should always be prepared. If you're a wheelchair user, bring all your extra tools and patches and extra inner tubes and things like that. But
Well,
it is what it is.
What are we having for lunch, Lindsay?
PB&Js, because we're adults.
You
and
know,
chips and I don't know.
camping. This is what lunch looks like when you are in the woods.
You good, Wes?
Yeah.
There it is. So this is day 2 of camping, and it is raining. So we're all having PB&Js in the tent. Yeah. Hey y'all, we are back. So I'm here with Wes and Laura. We're camping this weekend. I've never done it. Super out of my element. But we have kind of adapted some things. And we have a bunch of really cool tools and things like that to help us out. And I wanted to show you guys that. And I'm also going to kind of show you the campground that we're at. So behind Wes right here is Laura's tent. But giant one back here is our tent. And then the green one over there is going to be Jesse and Jessica's. The way we're doing it just logistically is that Laura is in the big tent with us, and we're actually using Laura's tent as like a home base for things. So if it rains or anything, we can kind of just put everything in that tent and it doesn't affect the main one. So anyway, I'm gonna just kind of show you guys around, show you what we brought, and tell you why we like some of the things that we're using. So for starters, here's our Blackstone Griddle. Last night we had salmon and steak, and tonight I think we're gonna do turkey burgers and regular burgers. Our camping chairs that don't get used nearly enough because most of us brought our own chairs. Jesse and Jessica's tent, they're not here right now, but they'll be back later. Firewood. Wes and Laura bought a table. We also bought a table. You can actually get this one on Amazon. It's amazing. We have 2 of them actually, but they only brought the one. Got several coolers, tablecloth, a hand washing station. So we have it with a spout, so you can just twist it and run water. We have soap, and then we also have this thing, which is pretty cool. So this thing right here has soap in this chamber right here. And then you basically turn it upside down, and the water runs through, and you can wash your hands that way. So that's pretty cool. We also have a collapsible bucket there. That's the teal thing on the table. So this is one of the coolest things though that I bought, is this little wagon here. So that was really handy for like loading and unloading and just kind of having a home base for everything. It's starting to rain, so I'm going to be kind of quick on the rest of this. But we have Laura's tent, which she's not technically using because she's staying in our tent, but we're using it, like I said, as a home base for just extra stuff. A lot of her stuff, and just like a place we can just throw stuff in quickly when it rains like it is right now. And hey Wes, we need to pull the wagon in right now actually. So that's been the only disadvantage of the wagon, is that when it rains we need to pull this in somewhere. So just to get it out of the way. Thank you, Laura. So I'm gonna go ahead and start getting into the tent because it is starting to rain really hard. So the first thing I want to show you is this. It's an ECOFLOW battery backup, and it's great for charging devices, phones, hair straighteners in my case. That was like a huge thing for me because I'm definitely more of a glamping kind of girl. And you're about to see what I mean with that. So that's that. Your girl's got her full-size flat iron. I could have brought a mini, but I wanted to cover all my bases. So, fly swatters. Those are actually a lot more handy than you think. We learned last night you can also fan a flame with them and kill flies. So, silly, whatever. We also brought wheelchair tools. And turns out no matter how many wheelchair tools you need, you will always need more, because we started to record today and Wes got a flat tire. So Jesse is now going to buy him a new tube while we shoot this video. And baby wipes have been a lifesaver. I also have a pack of like full body wipes that are really handy. Got my makeup bag, because again, I'm me. Extra sheets and things right here. Bathroom supplies are in these backpacks here. I also wanted to show you, I have a few of these everywhere. So right here is a battery powered fan. We've got a few. They're actually really, really powerful. And then we've got it attached with a bungee up there, which is pretty convenient. Yeah, the biggest thing that I ran into was just trying to find a setup for the bed. You know, that's something that like I never really thought about going into this trip, and so it was a little bit of a challenge, but I'm pretty happy with my setup. It's pretty comfortable, all things considered. Okay, so I'll kind of show you my setup a little bit. A couple different things I ended up having to do. So we had an air mattress already, so that's what's on the bottom here. And then to make it more comfortable for me, because of my hip, on my side, I have like an XL twin memory foam topper on my side, and then he has just a regular kind of like patio furniture type topper on his side to kind of balance out the mattress and everything. But this tent is pretty awesome. It's a huge 10 by 10, so it's an easy up cube smart tent. And again, I'm going to link everything that I'm showing you in the description. Lots of flashlights, lots of lanterns. I definitely learned you can never have too much lighting. Definitely feel like we learned that on the first night. Oh, actually, I do want to show y'all, again, my makeup bag. This I actually got on Amazon too. I'll link that as well. But I want to show you this because this thing is really handy and everyone that uses it loves it. But it's, and excuse me because it's kind of dirty right now, but it's just a little trifold mirror. And so it has different light settings. Their warmth and cool and all of that. Has a charging wire with it so you can actually charge on your battery packs or whatever. I just thought of something else I wanted to show y'all. I got this at Target. It's this brand. I don't want to mispronounce it. But I like this because it has built-in straw you can push down. It's thermal insulated. And it has this cool little hook thing, and it's small, so it's easy to travel with and stuff. So Wes and I have our chairs in here. Since Laura can walk, she's been putting her chair in the tent next to ours, and that's worked really pretty well, I feel like, for us. So yeah, that's all I can think of right now, you guys. But yeah, it's definitely been more enjoyable than I've ever thought. Like, this is definitely not like my normal thing that I would do, but it's been fun to kind of like challenge myself and kind of get out of my comfort zone and try to find a balance between, you know, glamming it up, but also just, you know, relaxing and hanging out and just kind of, you know, checking out from social media and things like that. But I definitely wanted to show you guys, you know, the setup, and if you have any questions, definitely shoot me a message, let me know. So Wes, you want to tell them what happened?
I'll show them. So we were showing around the campsite, and I got a super flat tire. The valve on my tube broke, so I had to send Jesse to Walmart to get me a new tube. And while he's gone, I'm going to go ahead and take this tube off so we can put a new tube on and just do a campsite field repair. That's what we do. That's what camping's all about, right?
Yep, and that's a really good example of why you should probably always travel with wheelchair tools.
Including the tubes that match the tires you brought and not the tubes of the tires you normally have on. Is that what you mean?
That's exactly what I mean.
Okay.
So yeah, we're notorious for tires going flat within 24 hours of changing it out. Yeah, it's happened a lot lately. But yeah, we just get in a rush, I think, and you know, it happens, but that's why it's good to be prepared. Let's see. You good?
Yep.
Okay. So he's gonna start to get ready for the tire repair, and then Jesse should be here
Any minute with the tube.
Yeah, just a minute. While we're waiting here for Jesse to bring your new tubes, do you want to kind of go through kind of the tools that you would recommend for bringing if you need to do a wheelchair repair in general?
Normally I bring the tube for the tire that I'm wearing, but we changed tires at the last minute, so I brought the wrong tube. That's our normal everyday tube. I have a small pump. I have what I call a P-tool or tire jack to put tires back on the rims. I have tire levers, lots of different tire levers to get the tires off the rims.
Yeah, we've already shown some of this in a previous video, but
I have a Allen wrench key set, matches the bolts on our chairs, so we have every Allen wrench we could possibly need. You never know. And we also have tire and seat patches, but in this case it was the valve that broke and not a hole, so I can't just patch it like I normally would. And it's always a good idea to have a good multi-tool like a Leatherman or something, so you have good pliers, knives, stuff that other adjustments you might need to make on a chair, because you never know.
anything else?
No.
Alright, so that's kind of our general wheelchair tool kit, with the exception of the appropriate tubes this time. So, lesson learned. I mean, we're never going to get it right 100% of the time, but definitely a valuable lesson on, I don't know, just making sure you're prepared. Just make sure you have all the appropriate things before you leave so you don't get potentially stranded. We're lucky that we have friends with us this time to help us out, but yeah, just always be prepared. So it has not stopped raining.
Still raining.
I mean, I knew what I signed up for, kind of, but this is ridiculous.
Okay, I finished organizing the apple to apple. What year was that? 2020?
2018.
Oh, so that was the year I started talking to you.
I didn't realize even that had been 5 years, actually. Why are you recording?
No, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, no, so actually we were like just sitting here because it's still pouring rain, and I got on Facebook and it says that it's mine and Laura's 5-year friendship anniversary, so it's kind of cool that we're actually like together making memories.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Okay, what are your bucket list items?
Japan. I want to see Mount Fiji and go to like old school sliding faux wall bonsai trees, get that whole experience. Sushi, definitely Hawaii, Alaska, Northern Lights, the balloon ride. Me and Wes were talking about this earlier. We have a similar bucket list. Balloon ride to the edge of space where you can see the curvature of the earth. I might be a little different. I would put on the parachute and jump, and so that'd be pretty fun. And then if I live through that and I got nothing else to live for, shoot me into a black hole and just put me with every gadget and scientific instrument you could have, and you get what you get. That's it.
That sounds like fun.
So, Lindsay, how is your camping trip experience?
Raining? No. It's been good. It's actually not been as intimidating as I've built it up to be in my head. It's fun to make new memories.
Yeah.
It's been worth it so far.
Yeah.
I just want to do fire.
Yeah. Yeah, same. Yeah. I'm excited we did this trip for sure.
Lindsay, put something in my circle.
She put my shirt. Literally that big.
That is terrifying. I bet.
It's so much tickle.
So this tree branch came from that tree and randomly just fell and is inches from my car. So luckily it didn't actually hit, but that was a close call. So that's fun.
How's it going, Wes?
You said you wanted exercise, not me.
Maybe don't break your smart drive. I don't know.
I want to talk about it.
I'm gonna need you to tell me what's in that and where it came from.
You have salt from the ocean. You have garlic, generally found on your spice rack. Spices, including black and red pepper, that comes from a plant. One would be black and one would be red. Onions are gross, but they're good in here. Sunflower oil, it comes from the sun. They send ships and they come back with it. Natural flavor, it's probably poison because they don't tell you what it is. And extractives of paprika is they really squeeze.
Paprika plant.
Yeah, it's like torture. It's illegal in a lot of places. That's it. That's Montreal steak rub.
Okay. That sounds good. She clicked it too many times, now everything's ruined.
You ruined my clickers.
What was the temp on that?
We were in the 140s with all of them.
Okay, we're getting close.
Am I putting fries on these?
165 is finished, but 160 will finish cooking at 165 in a minute. So,
Like I said, I only came with
Shoot for
5 of
160.
those because, yeah, what a hack.
Alright, this is the last day. This is the Laura Cam. Hi, Wes.
Laura,
How was the trip?
It's good. It's good.
We made it. We are to the bathroom, and then we're gonna pack up, get some breakfast. Lindsay, say hi. Hi. So we're gonna pack up and then head on home, and we made it. So Lindsay's smart drive died right as I was recording that last video, so this is what we are resorting to. So we are trying that and seeing if that works, but we're in the mud and the grass, so.
But when I grab you, give it a little push to kind of get us up to speed.
Okay.
I think that'll work.
Yep, so go. So that's how that's working. Oh, I'm gonna hit a tree.
All right, Jesse, what are you doing?
Me? I don't have a clue. Just cook some bacon. Thick cut. Now I'm throwing some cheese on some eggs. Only the finest cheese. Individually wrapped singles.
So you know it's good.
And fix and scramble them up. Thanks, Jess.
What are you doing?
Oh, hey.
Getting ice. Definitely not getting sangria at 10 in the morning on a Sunday. So. Just getting ice. Pretty boring.
Oh gosh. Morning.
More cam.
That was an in-Laura's face cam.
Jessica, what are you doing? Defending the bacon?
Yes, keeping the bees.
Swatting off the things.
Swarting them.
Show me that bacon.
Oh,
The bees are coming.
He wants that bacon.
He wants it.
So we are packing up. Trip is basically over. Kind of sad.
I don't know why I made that almost hard.
Well, I survived my first camping trip. It was fun.
It was good.
Everybody a good time?
I had a good time.
I'd do it again.
great time.
Actually,
I already got us a spot for next weekend, so.
Okay. We're
We're
in.
gonna need a few more days. Yeah. No, it was a good time. I think we learned a lot. I think we learned a lot about each other.
Mm-hmm.
They already knew I was OCD, so. But no, it was a good time. I would definitely do it again, which is not something I ever thought I would say. But yeah, other than the monsoon we went through yesterday, weather was pretty good. And campsite was pretty accessible for the most part. Bathrooms were good. Not too far from home.
Yeah, that's good.
It's learning experience.
For sure.
For sure.
I like to overpack,
That's true.
but I was prepared. Anyway, do you have anything else to say?
No. Let's go home.
Till next time, but let's go home.
Camping trip 2024?
Yeah.
All right.
Of course.
All right. Bye, guys.